30, 11.
Today.
Yeah.
Spirit don't need to eat.
Okay.
But what needs to eat?
Body.
The body don't even need to eat. You think that. So, but you know that though. Matter of fact, you know that, right? No. Hold on,
All right,
hold
all
on.
right, go
You
ahead.
no. You know. You could prove to me how the body really needs to eat,
Uh,
right?
I mean, what we talking about? We talk about need as far as to stay alive, to stay
Whatever.
healthy,
Whatever.
eat as in
Yeah, to stay alive and healthy, right? Otherwise, the body might decay or something. There might be negative effects of not eating,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why spirit might not know. That's why spirit might be like, hold on, what the fuck is going on here? Because they're experiencing physical symptoms other than the spiritual unlimitedness. So they're like, hold on, I knew everything, but this body is giving me limited signals. So now I gotta figure out what the fuck is going on. So yeah, spirit knows, but once you get into this body, the body starts giving you signals other than spiritual signals.
Type shit.
So you're like, hold on. I was unlimited, but now I feel like I need breast. Now I feel like I need breast milk. Now I feel like I need.
So you saying the
Now I feel
spirit
like I need
experiencing from a
attention.
human perspective?
Now I feel I need somebody to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Now I feel I need somebody to make me feel good.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I need some sex.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I need. You need all of that.
Yeah.
You don't need all of that. So this is why when spirit. This is why when spirit is channeling, when the spirit is channeled through a physical vessel, the spirit might be like, hold on, what the fuck is going on? Even though I know everything, quote unquote, the physical body distracts you from all of that shit. That's why.
And
That's why it's like, hold on, what do I do?
I agree.
Where do I go? How do I feel? What do I do?
Uh-huh.
Do I eat this or do that? Experience.
All right. Check, right? Facts, right? I understand that. Now let me ask you this though. This is what I'm saying. What's the difference between knowledge and wisdom though? So for me, that spirit having that new experience in the body, like you said, what is this? This is new. Where am I? What is all these new feelings like? But I feel like the wisdom kind of directs the way you engage though. Like as a person who's wise, I may not know something, but my wisdom affords me experience in the way to approach something. So for me, the way that the spirit was approaching that new experience didn't sound wise to me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like to me,
I think it was
wisdom,
really wise.
If I'm a wise, if I'm you drop me in a situation I've maybe not been here before, but I can recall from my experiences of how I've dealt with certain other things to allow me to find solutions. Now, younger person, younger spirit, they don't have enough experiences to draw from, so they're gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck did you do. I don't know what the fuck is wrong.
The the perspective of not knowing what to do is wisdom.
See, now we back to
Because that's how you actually do something. That's how you actually create. That's how you actually figure things out new. The perspective of knowing exactly what to do is just habit, just programming. So the difference between knowledge and wisdom, knowledge is just the attainment of information. Wisdom is the ability to act on the information you have. So when you don't have a specific download of information already, that's where wisdom comes in because you're able to apply self-intuition. You're able to apply spirit in the moment, raw, uncut. To not know what to do is the gateway to wisdom because then you figure things out from a real creative standpoint. To already have a way to do things might limit you from finding new ways to do it, finding wise ways to do it. There's knowledge, there's wisdom, and then the overall chief, the highest level of intelligence, understanding.
Entiendo.
It's the highest level. You feel me? Highest level. Wisdom is just acting on the knowledge you have. When you come in raw, uncut, that's the wisest you could be because it's literally flow. You're in a state of flowing. You're in a state of literally figuring it out as you go compared to thinking you already know what to do.
What if you don't figure it out? Is that still wisdom?
Yeah, why not?
If-
That's why.
if-
This is
if-
why it's
if
like
we
maybe I
drop-
don't have to figure shit out. This is why she's speaking in this way. Maybe I don't gotta figure this shit out. Maybe I do. Fuck trying to do shit. This is children. Children. Come on, bro. You got a whole 9-year-old. You know that's wisdom to learn how to walk.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Like, that's wisdom to not know what to do. To not know what to do, you watch that shit. You watch that shit literally go. Like, you watch wisdom grow. Children naturally have wisdom and understanding. And they're taught to say fuck it. Taught to say fuck understanding. Are taught that things is different and you don't gotta understand other people. Focus on yourself. They taught, they limited. They come in unlimited. They come in straight from spirit world, unlimited. And are taught you have to do things in this way. Manners, habits, discipline, integrity. They're giving a set of rules, which ain't right or wrong, but just limit them. Just make them tunnel vision on a limited perspective, mental perspective. So high key, they came in full, whole, 100%,
So
and get downgraded.
So if-
by the
if a
time they
child
12, they
comes
like
in-
70%.
if a child comes in and is not limited by its influences and influencers, they have a limited. What do they become?
They come limited. They become limited.
If they're not influenced by the influences and the influencers, like you said, we limit.
You mean like what's the other option? Like, okay, if we didn't limit them, what would they be?
You feel like they would be.
Nigga,
they
we're
would
going.
be-
That's our job. Our job is to limit them. Like our job is to be like, nigga, I'm limited. Be like me. That's what we're here to do, bro. That's what we're here for, bro. Ain't no other way around it. We're here to limit motherfuckers, bro. That's what we're here to do. Like we here to limit niggas, bro.
So you feel like everybody is equal, and that's what you're saying.
Nah, I don't believe in equality.
So what? What's the difference?
It's-
How are we?
it's different.
If it's not equal,
There's different levels, but
Uh-huh.
but spiritually, like it's just an experience. But nah, there's different types of beings, so ain't no equality. But
even amongst humans,
what you mean?
even amongst humans, are all humans on the same plane, same level, same intellect,
Nah,
same spirit?
nah. I mean, no,
Wisdom level.
no. It's different levels.
Right.
But
So that's what I'm saying. How do you ascertain the difference between this child, who, my child, for example, he got up at 6 months and started walking. He didn't crawl. He said, "Fuck crawling. I don't got time for that.
right,
I don't got to get up and step in this motherfucker." Right? So between that and from somebody else's child who still 2 years old and ain't started to walk. So from somebody else's child who is unable to walk for whatever conditions they may, right? How does that play into the differences between them? Do we just say like they all equal, they all the same, they all have the same potential?
nah. They don't go out of the same potential. They don't need the same potential. They all here to experience whatever the experience is.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Ain't the nigga, the 6-month-old walker ain't better than the 2-month-old walker. Experiences, just
Yeah.
different experiences.
Yeah.
And they're here for a reason. That is that for a reason. And this is this for a reason.
Right.
Spirit wants to experience that. Spirit wants to experience 6-month walking. Spirit wants to experience 2 years no walking.
Right.
Fuck a walking, nigga. These humans, niggas walking around and shit. They look like they got too much shit to do. I'm trying to relax. Fuck that niggas talking about. So it ain't nothing like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You could look at it like an achievement to be walking at
Nah,
6-month-old.
nah,
You
that-
could look at it as an achievement to be walking at 2 years old. You could look at it as an achievement.
Perspective.
You could look at it as an achievement to have a motherfucking
Yeah.
smart child who figures out math problems
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah.
You could look at it as an achievement for a nigga who ain't even speaking until they was 5. I'm Red Ants bite, boy.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Them Red Ants, they
Yeah.
just burn when they bite too. Fire ants. Fucking.
Yeah.
You could let it achievement a child who didn't know how to speak till they was 5.
Mm-hmm.
Developed a different level of consciousness to not limit yourself with learning this language.
Right. So we passed that, right? We on an understanding. We on the same page with that. So now let's move past that. So let's ask this question then. What I'm asking you is, once you are at a level of understanding where you know what your point is and what the spirit is doing,
Mm-hmm.
then what? Do you just, what do you do with that information? What do you do with that knowledge? Can you control that? Can you direct that? Or do you just have to be at the mercy of your spirit and experience it the way the spirit wants it? Because from my understanding, right, let me ask you this. You as the human, right? You are the human, you are the spirit. Which person are you speaking for? Are you speaking from the human perspective or from the spirit perspective?
Interchangeably.
All right.
Sometimes you channeling, sometimes you're
So
not.
you right now as the human are understanding and realizing like, what's going on with your spirit. Do you have any control over that?
Yeah. This is what Ryan should have hit Tank with, man. Some uppercuts, man. This nigga ducking this shit. Fake the hook and just come with the uppie.
Did you watch it yet? Watch it back?
I ain't watching that shit
You
back.
gotta
nigga.
watch it back, bro.
Not watching that shit
You
back,
gotta
bro.
watch it back, bro.
Not watching that shit back, bro. Ryan Floyd, bro, he literally thought that was for a tuna in there. Like, bro, relax, bro. You rushing this nigga?
I
rushing
knew
this
he was
nigga.
gonna do that. That's how he been doing everybody like
That's how he
that.
do everybody, but you ain't come with a strategy, nigga. This is fucking Tank, nigga.
Left hook. That's
This
it.
is the #1 fucking lightweight, him and Devin Haney, bro.
Left
Like,
hook.
come on.
That was his strategy.
The left hook cool, but throw that shit at the shoulder. You ain't watch Canelo? Canelo throw at the shoulder, niggas ducky at the temple. Like, throw at the shoulder. He throwing that shit right at Sun Temple. Like, he already shooting, could duck under that shit. Just shoulder that nigga shit. But anyways, yeah, bro, you interchangeably, bro.
Yeah.
Channeling spirit. Sometimes you channeling. Sometimes you speaking from human consciousness, human limitation, but sometimes you speaking from wholeness. You have the choice. You got the choice to do what you to express which side you want to express. Many of us don't realize it, but it's okay, because the niggas who don't realize it is probably realized it before. You feel me? Like, it's like I'm not like you could be. You feel me? Like you could be in cahoots. You could be around niggas. You could be friends with niggas who not on your level consciously,
Yeah.
and that's how it looks.
Yeah.
That could be an illusion. That could literally be fake.
Yeah.
You literally might believe this nigga don't understand me.
But
He doesn't. He's not
we
at the
talking
highest
about,
level.
We're talking about the human form versus the spirit form. Like when you around a nigga in the human form, he is that experience, right? You can't switch. You can't be like the spirit understand me, but the human don't. I
Yes,
want to
you
be
can.
around the spirit.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I want to be around the spirit,
Yes, you
not the
can.
human.
Nah. See, the thing is, that nigga you even got beef with, nigga you got problems with, the niggas you can't communicate with, niggas you can't talk to clearly, the niggas you be like, oh, I can't stand being around them. Spirit be like, I don't mind them niggas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
But
spirit
it's
like, I don't
also
mind them
a-
niggas.
There's also a difference between risk versus reward, though. Like, yeah, you could anybody you could be around and drop a jewel. I remember I was with this. I'll never forget. My friend's her son. He was like 7 years old, right? He said some shit. He don't even know what he said, but I received that, right? But at the end of the day, if it had been somebody else in there who heard it, would they receive it the same way as I did? Probably not. So the question is.
Yup, question is.
Question is like, yeah, I could be around people, or you could be around whoever, and you can ascertain the diamonds in the rough, the conversation, the nuggets. But at the end of the day, Everybody can't, is what I'm saying. I don't think everybody can.
Everybody can't. And
I
this
don't think-
physical
I don't
shit
think-
that you're looking at, of course, there's gonna be people who can't.
Right.
Right here, right now, what it looks like. But you're judging them based on that, based on this moment, based on the cycle they're in. You're a butterfly judging cocoons.
I'm not judging though.
You're a
I don't
butterfly
wanna say
analyzing cocoons.
Judge. I don't want to say analyze.
You're a butterfly reflecting through cocoons.
Okay.
They're gonna evolve eventually. It
Eventually.
may die.
Yeah.
They might not make it to butterfly. Who cares?
Nobody.
You reflecting through caterpillars.
Right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It ain't like, oh, see why them niggas can't grow wings like me? Look,
No, it's not about that. But what it is
everybody
about,
can't fly like me.
What it is
That's what you're
about-
saying, like everybody can't fly.
Nah.
You
Listen.
just said that, like,
hear me out.
everybody
Nah,
can't-
hear me out. Listen.
Everybody can't
What
switch
I'm
between
saying
these
is,
states like
what
me.
you said is self. That's the point, right? Focus on self, right?
I don't know.
That's what you said, right? Focus on self. So that's not good for myself. This situation, and not analyzing from a human perspective, analyzing from a spirit perspective. That being around this type of energy, this type of activity is not good for me. Let me go find something that's more
Fulfilling.
fulfilling for me.
For you, yeah.
It's not bad. It's just not for me.
Okay.
Where I am in this spiritual growth and wherever,
Right.
it's not good for me. So let me find what's good for me. Let me find that energy and vibration that I need. It's not bad, but it's not conducive to me.
Right.
That's
right.
all.
Now, and what you think it is for them?
It's conducive.
No.
for
No.
them.
How you think these people,
Mhm.
these beings that you want to separate from, in order to find something that can fulfill you,
Mhm.
how you think they reflect on you?
Same way.
Hey,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
It
Same
can literally. We went through. My butterflies is my favorite breakfast all the time.
know.
You feel
It's
me?
the same way.
We went through that shit. We hurting niggas.
It's the
Think you helping them.
same way.
We hurting niggas. Think you teaching them something. You opening their mind.
That's facts.
Their
I
consciousness
totally agree with
expanding. You could be
you.
hurting niggas. Literally
I
hurting,
totally
killing
agree
niggas.
with you. But that's not what
Because
I'm,
their bodies might be releasing stress hormones and shit like that. Because you coming over here with some shit.
Mhm.
They physical vessel don't have the capacity to receive in this lifetime.
Mhm.
Maybe the last life, maybe the last incarnation they was open to that spiritual shit you talking.
Okay.
But in this time, man, I don't
All right,
hear that
so
shit.
let me ask you this then. You, as your spirit, as your person, how do you receive it?
How do I receive
If
who?
everyone has that mentality of, whatever's going on, I'ma mind my business, it ain't got nothing to do with me, then how are you gonna
But there's no
receive it?
everyone, bro.
What do you mean?
That's not. There's no way everyone should be.
No.
It's not like advice, like everybody minding their business. How would that make me feel? Like what? Some niggas is going to kill niggas, bro. Some niggas is going to bother niggas. Some niggas going to force
No,
themselves
well,
on a
let's
nigga,
talk
bro.
about
And
me,
that's
right?
the way it's supposed to be too.
It is supposed to be that way.
So it's niggas who literally be like, okay, that butterfly story shit don't work. It's niggas who like, who, regardless of the situation, that they might actually be hurting niggas
Mhm.
by trying to help niggas. They still gonna be hurt niggas trying to help niggas.
Right.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's okay for niggas to do some shit that might have a negative effect.
Right. So then why we even speak on it though?
What you mean?
Cause like
It's okay to speak on some shit.
Right.
It's just like it's okay to do some
It's
shit that might have a
okay.
negative effect. It's
No,
okay
no,
to
no.
speak on some shit
No, no,
that
no.
you might feel like is
No,
irrelevant.
what I'm saying is like we referencing the conversation we had the other night, right?
Uh-huh.
When I brought my sister, right?
Uh-huh.
So like, but why look at it from a frame of mind on where you saying it's like, why would you even say like this is good or not or whatever for her? So it's like if that's what
so you
my purpose
identifying.
is, if that's
Yeah,
what
your,
my
if
journey
it makes you feel
is,
good,
not
if it-
necessarily
if it makes
me,
you-
but maybe
if it-
that's
if
what
it makes you
my
feel good to
spirit
be
is supposed
helping,
to be doing.
whoever you want to be giving advice to that literally they might need to learn on their own, then continue doing that.
But how
just-
do you
just understand.
differentiate between them learning on their own and my and
Your
and
impact
the
on
route
them learning?
for me is for me to send that message to them.
Yeah.
So
How do
that's
you
what I'm saying. How
differentiate?
do you differentiate between the stimulus of like somebody walking outside and saying sun is hot, and somebody saying, hey, the sun is hot outside? like how do you that's again this perspective of like feeling like this is what influenced that person for that growth and for that knowledge as opposed to me. So how do you differentiate how they receive the knowledge and which way they were supposed to receive the
Word.
knowledge? That's all I'm saying. Like,
Exactly. Like, how do
yeah,
you differentiate something outside of you receiving something?
yeah. But
How do you differentiate something outside of you receiving something compared to you giving it? It's like, yo, my nigga, that's the same thing. So, like, high key, like, me giving and you receiving is the same thing. It's like
right, but you
positive and
if you
negative is the same thing, bro. We
fact,
just looking at it from two different poles, bro.
fact.
So of course they different because one gonna repel and one gonna attract. But in all actuality, like it's the same thing. If you want to take credit, then take it.
No, it's not about credit. It's not about credit. I'm just asking, like, when you, cause you asked me, like, how you gonna say whether that's good or bad for her, or if she should be doing this or not doing that? And it's like, do you not feel that? I get there's everything is everything, right? But we talking about what realm of everything, right? We talking about on a creator level, yeah, everything is everything. Spiritual level, yeah, everything is. But here on the human level, what is and what isn't. I understand all that. She
All
it's
right.
her destiny, her experience to play out all of that. But
You want
if
some? You want
her
some?
experience, maybe she needs to experience her brotherly love of someone telling her intervene. Like, look, how do you differentiate what her experience should be? How do you, can you say it's not?
First of all, that's not your.
But how you can say that? That's what I'm asking
That's
you.
another being
How can,
outside of you.
but it's not about
Another
me.
physical vessel.
It's not about me.
So
It's
how you
not.
trying
It's
to how
about.
do you trying
It's
to
about
determine someone
the
else's
feeling.
physical
It's about the
path?
feeling.
Well, great,
It's
that's
about
your
the
path.
feeling.
So
No,
whatever
no, no,
works
no.
for you,
Listen,
do
hear
it.
me out. Not me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about her.
Exactly. That's
But
what
if
I'm trying
her
to say. You're
spirit,
talking about her and you're you.
no,
You
I'm
understand that
talking
shit?
about. Well, I'm just speaking hypothetically. I could take. I could say me if you want.
No. You're talking about her.
All right,
You're
let's switch
literally
it.
trying to
Let's say
say,
me,
how do you
right?
figure that shit out? How do
Let's
you
say me, right?
see if it's working for her?
Let's
That's
say.
kind of what you're asking.
Let's say me then, right? So if I want to experience, my spirit wants to experience what it feels like to feel love from a sister,
There we go.
and then I reject my sister's love,
hmm
then
How do you
how
determine?
am I gonna
How do I
receive?
determine whether this is?
How you can you say like to her like you're not supposed to show him because you from a perspective of like I'm interfering with her growth. Well, that's what I'm asking you. How can you choose what perspective you see it from versus her perspective? It is perspective because that's how you see it. But for me, she could be needing to experience that engagement from her brother. I could be needing to experience that engagement from my sister as a being, as a spirit. Maybe I never had sister before. Maybe I never had love, family love, familial love, sisterly love. And that is the experience that I'm, as a spirit, wanting to have.
Right.
And so
Nobody's.
it's like,
All right. So check this out, bro.
all right,
There's no bad and good. There's no right
no
and wrong.
bad or good, no right and wrong. 1000%.
But if you're interfering, you're interfering.
But how can you say what's interference or not? That's what I'm asking you.
You're literally asking the question, and the answer's there. Like you're literally like, how can I see if what I'm doing is working for her? That's what you're literally asking.
How can
That's called
you see
interference.
or I see?
Hmm?
How can who see?
That's what you're saying. That's what you just said. That's like I'm like summarizing or saying in my own words. But that's what you're saying. You're like, my nigga, I'm doing this and I'm just trying to see if it's working. That's kind of what you're saying. Like if this is working. And like nigga, I'm saying yeah, it's working. Just like okay, nigga, it's just like it's okay for you to have a negative effect, for you to do things that have a negative effect. It's okay for you to interfere. Nobody's saying don't interfere. Just know you're interfering. She might need the interference. Yes. That's what niggas is identifying. You use the term interference. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just using it
That's what I was trying
in the
to.
moment.
Okay.
You feel me? So I'm not saying that that's what I think you're doing.
Okay.
That's the term that you just said, from my perspective, it seemed like you saying I'm interfering. So I'm just piggybacking using
I
that
thought
term.
you said it first, but okay.
Nah, I just used the butterfly example to mean something, and that could mean that this nigga was interfering with the butterfly fucking birth.
So let's go back
So
to
it
the
could
butterfly.
mean something, type shit. So,
So let's go back to the butterfly. The guy that interfered with the caterpillar
with the cocoon,
with the cocoon. How do we know that's not what that caterpillar is supposed to experience?
that's what I'm saying.
No, the human touching
That's what I'm
helping,
saying. Yes.
and them taking
That
the
caterpillar
fruit
might, that
and
cocoon
dying.
might, is that it is what it is. I'm not saying it's a right or wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying know what you're doing. That's it.
Yeah.
Just know what you're doing. Just know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not interfering. Nigga, you are. Just know that you are.
No, I agree.
That's it.
I agree.
That's it.
But it just seemed like you were saying it was like a negative thing.
No, that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like negative and positive is the same
don't
thing.
Don't catch the caterpillar because the caterpillar's
Nobody's
gonna
saying
die.
don't. I'm just saying a lot of us are doing that thing. That's it.
Okay.
I'm identifying that a lot of us are doing that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And sometimes it works, and sometimes it don't.
But see, when
Because
you say
niggas
works,
need, but it works because you might actually motivate, push, and inspire a nigga to actually do better for themselves.
So that's the
But
next question. Then.
but many times,
Mhm.
them niggas need to
It's gonna
experience
hurt.
this shit.
It's not
You
helping.
literally limiting them from figuring it out on their own.
But see, that's my thing. From my experience, and this is what I was trying to tell you. I've been doing this for 30 years. Like, I've been actively trying to understand and figure out, like, how does my interference play into people's lives? And I don't think it does. That's
You
what
mean
I'm
you think you
saying.
even got an effect on
I
niggas?
don't think it does. I don't think I
You
can.
saying like you doing all this shit, you realize this shit ain't even
It
working?
don't matter.
Then
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So do you
that's
get it,
what-
nigga?
That's what I'm saying.
They gotta do this shit on
That's
their
what
own.
I know.
Now,
I know.
Now that we understand that,
But that's
there
what-
is a way for you to get the effect. Now we got past that.
Nah, but that's what I was trying to tell you. But I think you just kind of jumped the gun and was like, "Oh yeah, you know." But that's what I was saying. I was because
Shit
we
don't
hadn't
even
talked
matter.
about none of this.
Shit don't
So
even
it's
matter.
like-
But now that we here,
Yeah.
there's a way to interfere correctly. Let's talk about that.
All right. Yeah.
It don't matter. Niggas
don't
need to
matter.
experience on their own. Period.
That's the only way. they
But
gonna
just
learn.
know you're interfering. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. I
Your
know.
experience does have an effect. It's not like it just don't might not have the effect you think you was gonna have. That's what it is.
I just
It should
call
be
that-
like you have an anticipation of how it's supposed to affect niggas, and that anticipation wasn't met. It wasn't visualized. You ain't physically see that shit. But a lot of times, it's the shit we say to niggas hits them years later. So, cause they gotta experience it in order to see, and then be like, okay, I dig what Jay was saying.
I dig it. I describe it as planting seeds. That's it.
But there's a way. Yeah, there's a way. Since you said plant seeds, I like to piggyback off the words and the phrases niggas just use.
Yeah.
Planting seeds. You can't grow plants in unfertilized soil.
Okay.
So that means the brain is the soil. It has to be fertile for you to plant it. There are fertile stages. We talked about this shit a little bit before. The phases of the brain. You gotta know what phase of the brain niggas is in. This is why they have shit like hypnotherapy, epigenetics, and all that. This is where all of this shit come in. You could literally program niggas in helpful ways if you know the phases of the brain.
Right.
Delta, theta, alpha, beta, and then you got gamma and all of them high consciousness shit. But before we even get there, let's just focus on the first four. Delta, theta, alpha, and beta. Delta is 0 to 2. Actually, 2 years prior to the child being born. Like right now, if you stick nothing in your motherfucking wife, the past 2 years, it's all going into that child. That's called the delta phase. So that means, wanna help, sis, wanna give niggas advice, 0 to 2. You could literally be, like, niggas be thinking babies don't understand shit when they,
Oh yeah.
nah, you could be telling them from young, like, listen, you want a man like this,
Yeah.
3 months old. They don't even, they wouldn't look at your face and looking at you like you stupid, but they literally being programmed.
Yeah.
And then they grow older and they got a certain way of mannerism about men, and they don't know why. They just,
Yeah.
she was attracted to good men.
Yeah.
Because it was in her. That's the easiest programmable state, Delta. When you dreaming, deep
But
sleep.
is that program from what you're saying to her, or just from the DNA?
Both. That's what I'm saying. Child getting 2 years of information. All the shit. Now, they getting generations of information genetically, but we talking in their daily activity. You feel me? Not like, you feel me? Ancestral memory. Like,
Yeah.
you get a rare child who gonna remember they doing shit and be like, you doing this shit just the same habits as grandpa. You never even met the nigga.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like, you know what I'm saying, normal activity, normal ways of thinking, just
Right,
natural
right.
shit, regular shit. That's 0 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? 2 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
That theta.
Yeah.
That's slightly less easily programmable, but just as good. Theta state.
I get all that.
Alpha state 2
My-
is slightly less easily programmable than that's 7 to 12. 12 to 18. It's beta. That's when it's kind of like, that's not the easiest programmable state. The least you could do, put niggas in alpha state. And how that's the least niggas could do. Most of us is walking around on beta. Like beta is like just habit, just doing what we, just whatever,
Okay.
practicing what we already know. That's why I mean that's not wise to practice what you know, cause there ain't nothing new. You wanna be in a state where you're always being able to be programmed. That's what the TV do to us. They put us in alpha state. We just watching shit, and we program, we dream about shit that we just watch, and we don't know why we dream about. We can't even, you know what I'm saying? We getting programmed with shit, and we don't even know why. You got songs that you know, you wasn't even realizing that was the soundtrack of the movie. You just know, where I know this song from? Programmed in your shit. 'Cause TV literally put you in alpha state, and whatever they put on that shit is in your program. You are not the father. You know that shit for no reason. Rest in peace, Jerry Springer.
Type shit.
We just know, we know that shit. We ain't even gotta like, you feel me? Like we don't even, it's just, I said you are not the father, and niggas just know Mari Povich. Like you just know the shit. It's in your shit. They had you in alpha state, and now we know you can just talk to damn near anybody who got a TV and they know about Mari and Jerry Springer. Like they know about certain shit. Like, like how the fuck do we know that? How do you know that tune? For nothing. It's just literally scrolling down Instagram, alpha state. How you program with certain songs that's trending.
Right.
So high key, like, if you could learn, quote unquote, epigenetics or hypnotherapy, or just learn the phase of the brain and how to literally put a nigga in a certain state, you feel me? Like you could get through to them easily. Like me and you, we walk around ready to learn, but
Right.
most niggas ain't. So we allowing each other to program like each other.
Right.
Most niggas ain't. So you gotta know how to put them in a certain state
I get
in order
that.
to speak to them.
But then again, it's like you said, right? If this is what our journey is, what spirit want to experience, then what's the point of me even doing that?
That's a good question.
So for me, it's not about her. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's about
Yeah, but
me.
sometimes it's about
this is
you.
my experience.
But that's the thing. So if you feel like you're called to help niggas, then
Nah, I
figure
wouldn't
out how.
say call to help. I'll just say like I'm just trying to figure out. My spirit is trying to figure out the relationship between my interactions with people and the effective.
Yeah, you could be affecting niggas in ways that's helping you feel more satisfied if you knew
Well,
how.
I wouldn't say it's for a gratification type of deal. It's just a realization type of
Whatever it is, bro, it should be feeling good though.
thing. It's not because it don't work. That don't feel
It
good.
should feel good. It should
When
work.
it don't
though.
work,
It
it
should
don't,
work.
bro. I mean, when they
That's the
come
thing,
back,
like,
when
if-
they come back 5-10 years later and be like,
You have to
told
wait
me
5,
that
10
shit,
years
and I ain't
for
understand what the
gratification.
fuck- Yeah,
That's you
the
can get it
problem.
faster.
Nah, but it ain't. It's like you said, people are at different spaces, right? So it ain't gonna be on the same time frame. But most of the time when I interact with people, it's people that are. So it's like it's gonna take them a while.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only if we knew how quick we could get what we want.
I want it though. That's what I'm telling you.
Traumatized. You
Nah, it's just.
you done got let down so many times. I don't even care no more.
I'm not let. I don't. No, I'm just. That's what I'm telling you. I'm so like I don't. It's no good or bad. It's no right or wrong. And I don't care. It don't.
Yeah,
Don't do
you
nothing
cared
for me.
before though.
I care.
And that's the thing, it's just like, there's still room in you to care again. There's still room for you to actually get it. You feel me? You might think you passed it, but that's the thing. It's called cycles, bro. Like,
Everything is cycle.
yeah, bro. It's gonna be 3 o'clock again tomorrow.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like 12 hours is gonna be the same time. So we're gonna see this again. You're gonna revisit the opportunity to do it again, to care again,
Yeah.
to try again, to
Yeah.
see if it works again.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is, know that you have the power to actually get the gratification quicker than 5 to 10 years. It's not about them, it's about you. Know that you can actually do it for you.
I don't want the gratification. We're talking about different things. Me having the conversation is about me, but the message is for them.
Yeah, you can get it across.
It's two different things.
Niggas
The
might not have the
gratification-
capacity at the level they're at.
Right.
And that's where literally, you could literally shift the nigga's consciousness. You could literally shift the nigga's ability to receive you if you only knew that.
That's what I'm.
It sounds like manipulation,
No. But see, that's what I'm
but
saying.
you can literally
Have
do
you
that.
done
shit.
that? See, that's the thing.
Yes, bro.
Hypothetically
Yes,
speaking,
bro. Yes,
yes.
I've done it, bro.
You've done
Not
it.
hypothetically, bro.
No, I'm saying for me. I don't know what your time frame is.
It could be really as fast as you
Like
want.
how fast?
That's whatever
But still-
time
but
frame
then
you
still
want
you
this
gotta,
shit.
But still, you gotta ask the question: where were they prior to it, though? That's the question.
The
Because
thing
it'd
is,
be
like,
easy to shift somebody. I like to use math verbs, so you
Mm-hmm.
got your butterfly. I don't know, like, right? So if I'm talking to somebody who made it to college, they'll have a better chance of quickly understanding you talking about higher level mathematics than someone who didn't graduate
type
elementary
shit.
school. That's what I'm saying. So like, typically the type of people when I'm talking to them about certain things, it's like it's gonna take them long. It don't take them 10 years to give that gratification because
type shit.
they got a long way to catch up before they even realize like,
Type shit.
oh, that's what the fuck this nigga was talking
Yeah,
about.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a. Let's talk about Dr. Jewel Pookman. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, give me 2 more minutes. Talking about Dr. Jewel Pookman. Pookman. The lady on my wall.
All right.
The lady who was a surgeon, realized black bodies don't need surgery. They
Yeah.
have the ability to heal themselves.
Yeah.
You was like, well, the only black people?
Yeah.
So if black people naturally got it, and other people got it, but kind of don't got it, they need it to be tapped into kind of shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And black people like, got it.
Type shit.
It's the same way when it comes to consciousness. Some people got it. And some people just need to be tapped into. And that's what I'm saying. So niggas got it. It's just need to be tapped into. Like, it's not like they don't got it. It's gonna take them years. Nigga, if you knew the power of you would be able to tap into that thing. You feel me? You're not talking to that thing. You're talking to their logic sometimes. You're talking to their reason. You need to be talking directly to their spirit. This is what spirit over. This is how we started the conversation. Only if you knew you could just talk straight to niggas' spiritual self, the unlimited self. If you could talk to niggas' unlimited self, it wouldn't take 5, 10 years. Talking to their logic, you talking to their brain, you talking to their fucking reasoning, you talking to the things they need to do physically in order to and it's like how you could talk to that unlimited source within them, no matter what race, no matter what creed, no matter who they are to you, no matter what level of learning they at, no matter what amount of knowledge they have, no matter what amount of knowledge they have physically, spiritually, that message you're trying to give to them is already in them, and they just need to be activated, to be tapped into, to be woken, to be knobbed, to be on. You know what I'm saying? Flip the switch on the motherfucker. That's it. If you knew that, you could literally get your results, your gratification that you claim you don't want anymore. You can get it. You can get
Why
it.
do you think it's from a place of gratification, though?
Because you saying that it's not about you, but it is about you.
No,
Everything
no.
you saying is about you, regardless of what you want to pretend. Like
No.
it is.
I don't know how much of the conversation you heard.
I've been listening and writing and existing.
Okay. So what's
But everything is always about you. That's the point.
are you saying?
No, everything.
Everything, even-
in your
even the advice you
world
give
is
to other
always
people.
about you. Everything in my world is always about me.
So let me challenge you on that.
You heard my song Got Problems?
Which album is that?
Everybody got problems of their own, but they spend more time solving yours.
Yeah.
The more they want, the more they get. Once you give, once you know you're gonna have to give more.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm planting seeds in somebody, I'm planting it because I feel like it. I'm playing it because I feel like sharing this thing.
Right.
It don't whatever you do with that after don't got nothing to do with me. You could figure it out. You could not figure it out. That's not my business no more.
You can fertilize a nigga's soil.
Like
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Like,
So that's but that's
that's
what I'm
why
saying.
he's saying gratification. Because
Why, but why
you
y'all
saying,
think that's what I'm asking is why y'all think that's not?
because you
my
worried
perspective
about
on it?
you
Why you
worried
think I'm
about,
worried about it? Is what I'm asking.
We having a
he
conversation
ain't worried
about
no
it.
more. He trying to act like he
No,
gave
we're having our conversation is stemming from a conversation we were having the other night.
Yeah.
And I was saying what I was saying because, like I was explaining to him, we just started to have conversation. So I don't know where he is in his spirituality or his growth and whatnot. So I don't like to just jump out and just be like, whatever, and then motherfuckers are like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I just taught people normal, right? So just to say, I was saying like, I was telling him an experience with my sister from a human perspective, not necessarily a spiritual perspective, not nothing about that. And he kind of was like, we was on drank a little bit, and he was like, why? And he took it spiritual. That's what I'm saying. I was on a human conversation, and he took it to a spiritual. That's where the disconnect came in. Because normally when you talk to people, and I don't know about y'all, because y'all might hang in different circles, but I'm not around too many people that talk about spirit and whatnot. So it's like, I'm gonna talk to you on a human perspective, and we gonna
But
have
it's
a,
all spirit. Like
but not to everybody. Everybody
Yeah,
not
everybody
aware.
ain't on it.
They're not aware. So that's what I'm saying.
They
I
don't
don't know
need to be
what his
aware.
awareness.
They don't need to be aware of
that
spirit.
doesn't make it not spirit. Like it's
Hold
No.
spirit.
Yeah, it all spirit.
But niggas don't need to be aware of spirit in order for you to talk to their spirit. Like you could just talk straight to niggas alpha state. You could talk straight to niggas theta state,
Yeah,
straight to
type
niggas delta state, without niggas even being aware of that type of energy.
Right.
Something in them is resonating.
Yeah.
Everybody got that fullness in them.
However, you still can't engage with them. Like you could talk to them, but they're not gonna talk back
So
in the spirit. So what I'm saying is, typically when I'm talking to somebody, I just talk to them normal. And since we
you
just
want to
started,
be able to.
no, we
Nah,
just
he's just
chilling.
trying to gauge niggas' consciousness.
We was just, but
Okay.
not even, yeah. Because I don't want. But then he jumped out and was like, boom. So I was like, oh, okay, so
You can have a different conversation.
we can have a different type of conversation.
Right.
So that's where it stemmed from. I was like,
Type shit.
I was just on some like cool shit, like, oh yeah, my
Calm
sister.
shit,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah.
Talking about
And then he
consciousness.
took it. I was
Hit
like,
him with
oh,
the
okay.
butterfly story.
Yeah. Because if I said with most people, they just be like, man, your sister, blah, 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 blah. Right?
That's it.
And I'm like, nah, shit. That ain't. Then I have to get into explaining like, it's not bad.
The
or
spirit
good.
side.
It's the spirit. Yeah. So that's what happened. But no, from what you were saying though, it's not so much like self-serving for me. It's just like, I don't need the gratitude per se. I don't do it for the gratitude.
Gratification.
The gratification.
Which is different than gratitude.
Yeah, he's.
I don't do it for the gratification. I really don't see the plus or minus in nothing.
Type
Personally.
shit. That's a good perception.
Like I don't.
So do you understand what that bitch was saying?
My sister?
Nah, the video I sent you the other day.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
like ain't no, just fuck it.
But see, again, that's what I'm telling you.
That's wisdom.
Me and you hadn't had these conversations, so I didn't know. I'm trying to see like why would he? What?
It was a
Where were you
specific
coming
line in that shit that made me think of you, which is why I sent it. I don't remember
I know,
what it
I
was.
know,
Yeah, you might know the line.
yeah.
I'll run it back and see like this the line right here. That was just like this is why I sent it to you. It was just one specific thing she said,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, let me send it to this nigga see
See what I think of
yeah.
it.
But it was a specific line.
Yeah.
I don't remember the line at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Type shit, and that's just how I move. I see a specific line, you know,
Yeah, shoot it. Yeah.
just shoot it. Type shit you'll see it. But yeah, that's Abraham Hicks. Type shit. You ever heard of The Secret?
Yeah.
The book, the movie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of the creator of that ideology. But she not the creator of the movie, The Secret. There's somebody else who used her
Yeah.
to create the shit. In my words, that's how it happened. But, you know, I ain't trying to, because I don't know. I ain't trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know the full story, but
Right.
I know she was in the first one, not in the second one, some type of shit. High key, but yeah, she like created like this ideology called the law of attraction. That's when everybody started using the term law of attraction because of her.
Yeah.
Type shit. So I be watching a lot of her videos and shit.
So let me ask y'all this thing, because like I said, I don't know what type of subject y'all really engage with. Are y'all not used to having conversations with people who are not so spiritually minded?
I mean, I'm used to it, nigga. Like, I got 11 brothers and sisters. Everybody ain't gonna be on the type of time that I'm on.
Yeah.
I got fucking, you know what I'm saying? Frat brothers. Everybody gonna have these type of conversations with me.
Right.
It's a mix.
I got plenty groups, you know what I'm saying, that I'm a part of. Plenty groups of people that I'm part of that I can't have these type of conversations with. It's okay.
Right.
Feel me? I'm gonna talk boxing with them.
We talk whatever, right? So that's what I'm
Couple
saying.
things.
Have y'all ever talked to people who you thought maybe they just not gonna ever be able to,
Yeah.
right?
It used to be
At
frustrating.
least in the,
I mean, sometimes it still be frustrating because you envisioning a reality that you want for somebody, but it's not.
Not,
They-
well, yeah.
but what's the question you asking? Not
Yeah.
ever.
So the point is, like we was talking about, you were saying like you could talk to the soul directly about. I think some people, the difference between what you and I might think is that I think some people, their souls are so young, you can't even engage with it. That's my experience. I think some people's
Type
souls
shit.
you can't even engage
I
with.
don't think it's young. I think some people are soulless.
Well, I
I
would
think
say
some
both.
people are soulless.
I would say both.
And some people's souls are so, or spirits are so, what's the word, like, caged bird, like, they're like, just locked down, it's just on lockdown. Yeah, dormant, it's just on vacation out of mind. You feel me? So like, yeah, like, and it's meant to be that way, you know?
Yeah.
But even those niggas whose souls is caged bird, you might have an experience where you even take the key yourself and open the cage and the bird like, I'm staying in this bitch.
Learn helping
Yeah, so they got that habit where it's this is my home now. I don't even want to be free.
Right.
Type shit. Like you heard of the monkey in the cage theory? I see the video. That shit type lit.
That's that nigga that wanted to go back in the Matrix. He's like, no, nigga, plug me back up.
Type shit. It's just like yeah, like I'm with the shits. Like I'm with the limitations. Like I'm with all
But
limitations.
that's that come from a knowledgeable standpoint.
Too much.
Right. So what about the ones that
Too much.
they don't even know about they don't even know what it is. They just like it's a
That's just
it's a
this
spectrum,
body.
right?
It's just this body. You know, they in the last body they could have been unlimited. So there's no point in even paying too much attention to like the caged bird body. The nigga who, you know what I'm saying, who soul is the caged bird, whose spirit is the caged bird. In this body, the last body, this bird could have been free and wanted to just experience cageness. So it's like, it's okay. For every nigga, speaking of butterflies, for every nigga that like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate the conversations I have with this type of, you know what I'm saying, level, with this type of,
I understand.
you know what I'm saying, vibration. Of course they're gonna be fewer than the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't know if they're fewer, but then conversations otherwise. But of course they're gonna be fewer people I'm be able to speak to like this.
Right.
You feel me? And I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay, I'm okay with that. Like it's okay knowing that I'm one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? Like and they're one of a kind as well. That's the thing. Like we're dumb. I could have been I was dumb at one point in this life.
Right.
You feel me? Like maybe not as you know what I'm saying? Maybe not to that specific degree I was dumb, but I've always, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always had questions, and I always was like, okay, why this, why that? You feel me? And maybe there's niggas who never had questions.
Never, no.
But that's okay, type
okay.
shit, because I remember not having the amount of questions I had. So like, I'm dumb just at a different degree, my nigga. Like, you got 45 degrees, you got 90 degrees, you got 180, you got 360, you got
Right.
120, you got different angles. We're all in the same sphere. We're all in the same circle. It's just some niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In this corner of the motherfucker.
Right.
So it is what it is. Like, feel me? And as my, you know what I'm saying, shit, my clock ticks, I'm going to pass by them niggas. I'ma tick right by them niggas. I'm not, you feel me? But them niggas they clock might be stuck on that, and my shit just. So like, it's okay. I'ma see them. I'ma be on their frequency at one point in time. I'ma vibrate on their frequency. Feel me? So it is what it is, and who knows? Somebody, you know what I'm saying? The next life, their battery might be more optimal than my shit, and they have 3 clocks. They might be on the 3 clock frequency, experiencing shit from all different types of angles. You feel me? So it's just, I'm not too hung up on who's vibrating on my type of timing right now in this life, because unless I'm some type of spiritual clairvoyant nigga that can see niggas auras, past lives, and generational data, then there ain't no point in even worrying about what type of time they on right now.
Okay, 2 questions for you, though. Second on that. I'm sorry.
I know,
First-
because you heard me say I was ready.
Jesus, we can finish another time. The lady got it.
I want to know what your question is, though.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, so you feel like your spirit is your spirit? Meaning, like, when you said the next lifetime, they could be on a different tempo, right? Than you, faster than you, right? Wait, whatever. So, your next lifetime, though, are you your spirit? Are y'all one? Or what? What's
We
your-
all in the same sphere. You feel me? But maybe my spirit is mine and yours is yours. But they might. Who knows how to answer that question? That's, like, maybe. But I don't know. Maybe not. I think, me personally, I think there's like a few spirits, just a few, like under 10,
Really?
probably like 8 or 9,
Why you think
or maybe 2.
that? Okay.
Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not sure.
Huh.
Because there's so many creation stories that I study. You feel me? I study Kemet. You see all the Kemet science on my wall. And in Kemet, you got the Agdawad, you got the Iniad. Agdawad is 8. Creation of 8 spirits at one time. And you got the Iniad, it's 9. You got the spirit of 9 spirits at one time. So, like,
Okay.
and then you got the Dogon creation story with just 2 creations, just 2 spirits being created. So it may be, who knows? But,
What do you think?
Well, when you say creation spirit, you talking about 2 spirits, 8 spirits, 9 spirits. You talking about creation, or you talking about human spirit, or this lower range spirit?
like spirits. So like, and we're all reflections of those
Okay.
spirits. You know what I'm saying? One of them motherfuckers. And,
Yeah.
So, and who knows? There's other creation stories where there's a plethora, maybe like 50, 100. So who knows? But there's probably a number of spirits, and we're all just reflections, just different angles, bro. Like a spirit is an angle. That's why I call them just angels.
Yeah.
Just angles of light. That's all a spirit is. So like we're all different angles of light. So, but we come from, you feel me? Like we come from some constellation. Feel me? So like, maybe you got niggas who literally you come from the exact angle you come from. You're a direct reflection of the same angle of light. And then there's niggas who's another angle, which is why it's like certain niggas I get to vibe with, certain niggas I don't. You feel me? But when you think about it like day and night, light, sunlight, like there's certain hours of the day that just aren't as frequent as others. Frequent. Yeah. Like you got daylight savings time, push the hour back and forth. Certain, like certain times of the year, you got like sun is out longer. You know what I'm saying? Or the moon is out longer.
Yeah.
So we're
where you
depending
at,
on where you at, yeah, certain times of the year, certain places. So depending on where you at and depending on what time it is, you were born at a certain frequency.
Right.
So you're born at a certain frequency to reflect a certain angle of light.
All right. So basically, what I was saying is like, for me, like everything is everything and all that, and that's great. But we can still talk about the differences between human experiences and spirit experiences, right? So, for me, they're both meaningful as far as conversation. Like we can talk about reality, right? Or we can talk about spirituality. They two, but they both real, right?
Both here for each other.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I think people intertwine the two, you know, but I think there's a difference, or more so a perspective,
Mhm.
right? So like you said, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience is what I would say, right? Not necessarily that life, the meaning of life is experience, but we're having a physical experience. The meaning of life, I would say, is to attain wisdom from that experience. Not for us though, but for the Creator, because He is experiencing, it is experiencing through us, right? Type shit. So to answer her question, I would say that there is a, I don't know, I don't see I don't stay like the theories and all that. It's just my reflection of.
Yeah, so where you get this
Growth.
creative shit from?
That's what I'm saying. It's just my.
But that
growth.
shit came from somewhere.
No, it just came from me reflecting in my
We're
thoughts.
socialized though, so it's like it.
Nah, that creative shit
That's the
came from
thing.
somewhere.
I'm
Like
not.
even if you
That creative shit came
what
from
you
somewhere.
mean, you not.
I'm
Everybody
not very.
is.
I'm not a social person.
Socialized just means that things our experiences put certain understandings, thoughts, experience in our heads. Like, so it's not like if you was alive, like you been socialized.
So you believe we're literally like doing this shit for someone else?
Your life is not your own at all.
That sounds like some Jesus Christ ass shit. Like,
No.
I mean, you can call it whatever you want. I'm just saying what it sounds like.
What you mean, like? Because I don't
That's
assume
what-
I
that's-
know like what you're referring to.
That's what I would call the demiurge.
Right. Yeah.
So
You ever heard of that term?
no.
That'll be our next conversation. You know what I'm saying? So we can get
I
something to eat.
understand. Just by the
I'm gonna send you some
context,
shit on that.
the base words I know what you referred to,
Mm-hmm.
but I would never say your life is not your own.
My
That, to
life
me,
is
that's
not
come from a
my
place
own.
of like selfishness to think that everything's about me. That's,
Type shit.
yeah, that's the contrast we like. For me, nothing's about me. Everything is about the creation.
That literally sounds
However-
like what is taught in church though. Like so
But
you're
no,
saying it's
not
not
from
coming
not
from
God,
nowhere.
not
That's
God,
okay.
not God,
That's okay.
but creation. That's not necessarily a person or a being
You just
or
put your
one
own
person
spin on
or
it.
being.
You use the gender
It
term.
just-
You
use
did.
it.
I
You said
said
he and
it.
then you changed the it.
Yeah, because
It's okay,
just-
though.
It's just a pronoun.
It just sounds demiurgic, but at the same time,
It's not
like
like right and wrong.
at the same time, it might not be. You feel me? But at the same time, like it does sound demiurgic. Like it sounds like demiurge type term.
I
You
know.
Like
I know.
you're giving,
I
like
understand
you're doing
why
this shit for
saying
someone
that.
else or something else, which is okay.
It's- but
but
it-
like,
It's
what
not.
I'm saying is like, if there's someone who created this, and you might be saying the same thing.
We probably saying the same thing.
There's someone who created this world. That thing that created the creator of this world.
I used to think like that too, right? A long time ago. But from my understanding, like I say, it's cylinder. Right? There's no beginning, there's no end. So there is no creator of a creator.
Bruh. We get our everything on here from that shit that right there,
What do you
right?
think? What do you
You
think?
think that shit just, you think there ain't no creator of that shit?
What do you think? How you think life started? How did life start?
Life? We could talk later, bro.
Yeah.
Cause this is a good question. How you think
What y'all gonna
I want to know what you
Go to
about to say
vegan
too,
spot.
though. What you about to say?
this nigga about to say
You
how you
gotta-
think
you gotta-
life started?
you
It's
gotta
like what the
think
fuck
about
is
it.
life though?
Mm.
You think this is
All
life?
life. No, I'm not trying
Like
to.
how you think
No,
everything
not
started?
human. Huh?
How you think everything started?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Like the
Everything.
Big Bang. Like what's your version?
Whatever they call that.
Right, right, right.
Your,
How do I think
your
this
perce-
all shit started?
The universe. All the universes.
How did this start?
It always was.
Right. So there's no creator of a creator.
But
There
this
is no-
right here, this physical shit, this physical
Okay.
earth
How you think
wasn't
the physical
always.
thing started?
from the always.
But see, it's perspective, right? Because you said
So this was
is ice water? Is it solid or is it gas?
Gas.
Is it liquid gas?
gas.
So you're viewing this as a
All this
as
shit
a
is gas.
physical,
It's just a
physical
solid
earth,
version of.
but it's just it is what it is. It was. Well, how did it start? It had to start, right?
So is that what you mean by like the
No.
creator?
No, what I'm saying is that the creator
Of the
or
all?
creators, whatever, however you want. I don't want to put a number on it, but basically said, I am everything. Everything is everything. How do I experience the splendor that I am? How can I be all of this and not experience anything? Because you gotta understand, if I know everything, what else is there? There's nothing. So I want to be able to experience myself. You could be so knowledgeable that shit that other people look at as like, that's just ordinary. It's astounding to you because you've never seen it before. Like you were saying, like the video with the ladies, like, what is this? I don't like, I don't know. Because so the creator is everything. So it's that I want to experience myself. Because still, there's no ending to the knowledge of understanding. So to do that, it basically said, in order to do that, I have to break myself apart to fragment in order to do that. That's why I was saying to you earlier. That's why our spirits are not our own, are just fragments, or as you say, reflections of the whole with the creative spirit. So he basically said, this shit gonna take forever. Fuck all that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little piece, a little thread of each of my shirt, and all y'all go out and live. And bring that wisdom back to me. Bring that experiences back to me. Bring that knowledge back to me so I can feel it.
Type shit. But I don't think that has anything to do with humans.
Well, not humans
I think
per se.
that part is the spiritual part.
Well, see that. Okay. So that's interesting.
That's all
So
spirit.
you think it's separate?
Yeah, that's something different.
So yeah. So then we're
So
talking
the
about humans,
creator
then
of
we
the
gotta start
all,
talking
then
about
splitting
dimensions
itself,
and
that's all some spiritual shit.
well, I can keep going, but that's just the beginning. The beginning, the start, right? So it's like you talk about life and death and whatnot. There was no death. That's where all these ideas come. There was no death. The creation created death.
Is there death now?
There is no death. But the creator created death, created it because it had to have a start and a stop to record the experience. So it's experience, start, experience, stop, file it, next experience.
Type shit.
Right? So there was no death. That's why it's like, we die, we don't die, we go. Because the creation never, it didn't live or die. It was exist, it just is. So it created the idea of death. There was no such thing. And the idea of darkness came out of creation itself too, because it was only light. Light being information, light being knowledge type shit, right? So that's what it had to create, that polarity, that difference in order to experience
All right.
everything.
So yeah, that's
right?
we can chat later.
Yeah.
Cause I don't. You feel me? I think you dropping some shit, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know about a lot of shit you're saying.
Nah,
Before I go
that's
back and forth with you,
understandable.
then we could yeah, cause light before darkness sounds like a little backwards.
Right.
Like you came from the moon, which is triple darkness.
But that's human shit.
Yeah, but that's as above, so below, a divine reflection. We are reflecting the divine. So
Which divine?
how did life begin?
Because we
From the
differentiate
womb.
between
How
God
did life
and
begin from the
creation,
womb?
right?
How did life begin? From the womb. So if you came from the womb, and all of this shit came from some cosmic womb. And ain't no cosmic womb with light. It's darkness.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. When I said what I said, you should say that sounds like it's a difference between, you said it's a difference between human and spirit. But then you're
Light is created from
juxtaposing
darkness,
the two.
bro. Light is created from darkness. Light is a reflection of darkness.
I would say that darkness created out of it. Darkness is a lack of light.
Light is a reflection of darkness.
Darkness is the
From a specific angle,
darkness is the
You will see some light.
non-existence of light. You take the light out and you have darkness. Light was first. That's my perspective.
okay,
Understand? You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
When you say
So
dark,
you said he separated human from spirit, but like I feel like everything he's saying is that it's a reflection of each other at
Huh?
the same time. That human and spirit is a reflection, so it's like basically answering your question by saying, okay, what's the beginning? What is the beginning to here? It's the same beginning. Like we are being a reflection of the totality of what has occurred, what is occurring, what always will continue to occur, whether we hear or not. Which is kind of what you also saying. So I don't know.
we hear, right? But then is the problem is the higher you get, for me, like the way I look at everything is macro and micro. You look up and people see how big these tall these trees are, how big the planets are, these mountains and everything. What a lot of people don't understand is there's no difference between the world and macro. If you were to go down to the size of molecules and shit, then you will realize how huge them shits is. It's just perspective, right? So to me, there's no difference. But once the closer you get to the solution, the further it looks like we're talking about two separate things. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Because it's the perspective. We're close. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything. The further you drive away, depending on how you look, shit look farther than it is. It's just perspective. So we here, but now we down to the nitty gritty. So that's
Down
why
to the
it
nitty
seems
gritty,
like,
there's no separation from light and darkness.
okay. So you said there's no separation.
It's one and the same. Light
Wait,
is a reflection of darkness.
You
Darkness
said
is a
light
reflection
is
of
a
light.
reflection of darkness.
Yeah, they
Darkness
both
is a
reflect
reflection
each
of
other. They
light, so
both
there's
are
no
reflections of
separation.
each other. Yeah. So there's no like, take one out and you have this. Nigga,
You
absence
You
of,
said you can't
the lack
have
of.
you can't have one without the other, right? And I totally agree.
So ain't no lack of. You like, darkness is like.
But
just-
however, if you never experienced darkness, if you've only known light,
Who only knows light? It just
creation,
came out the womb.
the creation. There's no womb. The creation only knows light.
The thing is like the creation knows dark and
So
light,
I'm
my
about to say,
nigga.
how it's gonna create something that it's not?
The creation knows dark and light. The creation is
How
whole.
it's
It
gonna
doesn't
create
have. It's
something
not
knows
one
that
sided.
it doesn't already have.
It knows.
Whatever
but
you call in the
it hasn't
creation, it's not a
experienced
one
it.
sided. It's not a
It
one
hasn't
sided thing.
experienced it. It knows.
It's not a one sided
It
thing.
knows everything. It knows all. It is everything. It is all. But it
Knowing
wanted to
is being.
experience. Yeah, being is a different from
Yeah, but I
experience.
think you think that we. This,
I can have a,
the
I can
creator
have a,
needs
I can
us
have
to
a
experience
Ferrari
itself.
and never
You
drive
think
it.
the creator needs us to experience itself?
No, I don't think it needs us. I think it chose.
Chose us to experience itself.
Not us. I don't think humans are special at all. I think there's a bazillion entities. They're just humans are just one of the ones that are.
Chose us to experience.
Doing
Chose
the experiences.
us in totality to experience itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think humans are special. I just think they're just vessels of experiences.
Okay.
What you think?
What do I think?
Yes, ma'am.
What they'll help me? What's this? About what thing? You said so many.
That the creator chose beings to experience itself. Physical beings at that.
I think that
Instead of physical, instead of spiritual beings.
Well, it's spiritual too.
But that's
I
it.
think all
That's how
of
the creator
life-
experiences itself.
Huh?
The creator's not experiencing itself through physical, it's experiencing itself through spirit. So it chose spiritual beings to experience itself. And spiritual beings chose physical beings to experience itself.
that's I feel like that's more in line with what I would say. And like literally that.
Same thing. Because I mean, we basically skip. But like I say,
Yeah, you just skip the spirit. Like just creator, it's physical.
Well,
I'm about to say like
I didn't.
micro,
I just did.
macro.
I
You didn't
did, I
emphasize.
did.
You didn't
I still-
emphasize.
What I'm okay, because to do all that, we got to get into the dimensions and the levels of beings, because there's a difference, right? So when you start talking about all that, right? You start talking about dimensional beings and all this, and spiritual beings and whatnot, then you gotta understand. So when you say there's not, you say you don't believe in
Nothing.
God, you believe in creator.
I don't believe in nothing. I
You don't
know
believe in nothing.
shit is created.
So you don't think a God created this? We got back to this human experience form,
This realm, this physical
realm.
shit.
Yeah, a God created it,
Okay,
right?
that's the term we want to give it. Yeah,
What God?
demiurge. The thing that you say you're doing this
So
shit for.
I would say, I would tell you. What if I told you? What if I told you Lucifer created this experience?
We could go there. Lucifer created this.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucifer could be a demigod and a demiurge.
Okay. I'm speaking specifically. That's what I'm saying. We could talk in
I'm
generalities.
not sure
But let's
if
get down to
Lucifer
the.
created this.
Okay. Why not?
Lucifer might be this. This is
Lucifer-
Lucifer.
So, if Lucifer is the architect of this reality,
This don't fit, so it hurt my hands.
what don't fit?
The little glove underneath.
It's gonna hurt your hand regardless. You think this don't hurt?
It's a tree. Oh, she got a pass.
You think that shit don't
Yeah,
hurt?
something
nigga?
you gotta get
You gotta
used
know
to.
how to punch. So it hurts less, but it hurts
It
every
don't hurt
punch.
a lot.
It's gonna hurt.
It's
It ain't gonna
Oh.
not feel like a piece of pillow. It ain't,
Shut it.
it's gonna hurt. Like that's why I scream. Ah!
Breathe.
Yeah, that's why I'm making sounds and that shit hurt. Hey, punch. But you gotta punch right too. Don't punch shit like that. If you punch
Okay,
right,
do
you
it
won't
again.
feel it. If you come back fast, you won't feel like shit. Yeah, you gotta come back, pull back fast. Yeah. Won't even feel it.
I mean, felt it, but
Won't even feel it if you
Ah.
come right back fast. Yeah. But high key, yeah, bro. Like, I don't know if a Lucifer created this,
Oh, I
but that
see what
sounds
you
cool.
mean.
Lucifer created itself. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. So what does Lucifer mean, bro?
that's why I'm like, y'all over here talking about Lucifer, but at the end of the day, now you gotta get into who is Lucifer. What does Lucifer stand for?
Lucifer just
like,
means light body.
Yeah, you do.
Lucifer just means
like
light
because
body.
at the end of the day, if not, then you're going into what is
No, you're
my
right. You do.
understanding? What have I been socialized to understand this being as, which is really just a symbol for something else versus what it actually is or isn't in real life.
Well, to me, it's not about Lucifer as a.
So it's a symbol
Person.
that you mean.
No, I mean it's the vibrations of the sounds of the words. It's not about. It's the meaning. It's the vibrational patterns of saying it.
So what does that give to you? What does that mean to you?
Well, Lucifer in itself, from the old language, would just be light bearer, right? So it's not Lucifer as a person. It's the bearer of light, which are all of Michael, Raphael,
Mikael, Raphael, Gabriel,
Uriel,
Cassiel,
Gabriel.
Samael.
Those
Gabriel.
are just attributes of the creator,
Light.
which is light.
That's why my name is Quindale.
Right. The attributes of light.
I'm a
of the
big
creator.
L.
So it's not like they're beings per se, because they're all of the attributes of the creator. So it's still boiled out to the creator creating to create. So basically, that attribute of the
But
creator.
I don't think the creator
Mhm.
warranted them niggas the permission to create this shit. This is,
So you think this wouldn't exist if it was up to the
it's already existed spiritually,
That-
but to have a
so
physical,
why would
have a
they?
physical reflection of it,
Right.
Why would they need permission?
so it could be whole,
They are attributes of
so
the
it could
creator.
be whole,
it's whole regardless.
They're attributes of the creator.
maybe.
Yeah. So basically,
It's only whole because the creator had to be like, all right, let me do some edits because these niggas fucking shit up.
Mhm.
there's no such thing as fucking shit up. There's no such thing.
The all is always well. Everything always balancing itself.
Yeah. There's no such thing as fucking shit up.
If you are not whole, you fucked up. If there are people or beings or entities that are whole, there are people or beings or entities that are not. Let's get this straight. Talk all this whole shit, but there are people who are not whole.
Okay.
There are beings and entities who don't represent totality.
Okay.
Not all aspects of spirit is whole.
Okay.
And that thing you call God might be one of them niggas who not whole.
What you mean?
That thing you call God might be one of them niggas who's
Lucifer?
the creator of this shit right here.
Why would he not be whole? If you need
If you need what?
light and darkness, if you need good and bad to exist as a whole, why wouldn't
Physically,
if the spirit
you-
needs to experience everything, why would creation need to experience that as what you call as not whole? Like Lucifer itself is a bad connotation because of humanity,
Nah.
but it's no bad, it's no good in the reality of the existence of the creation. So
We everything is whole because everything is everything. But there are things that aren't whole, bruh. It within the wholeness, my nigga. Like one of the laws of this shit is gender. Meaning everything on all planes exists in masculinity and femininity.
you think so?
Everything on every plane.
You think so?
Everything on every plane has its parts.
Mm.
It's masculinity and femininity.
So
It's
you think
repellent
creation
and
has a
attraction.
gender.
Creation, it has both genders. The ultimate
But you
creator,
gotta take out your
ultimate he,
your
she.
thoughts of what gender is first of all.
Me personally,
Okay.
To say she is to have both.
okay. So why question when I say he?
Because that's limited. That's not.
But to say she is to have both,
Yeah.
and he is to have both.
Nah,
So
he is definitely limited.
he is limited, she is not.
She is. The creator got to be. She has the he in it. He is absent of the she. Is absent of the of the feminine principle.
speaking from
Just
a-
like man, chromosomes is XY and woman is XX. So, woman has the XY. Man don't have the XX. They're missing a leg on the motherfucking chromosome.
Again, we're back to human.
No, but this is a divine.
We're speaking
This
from
is
an
a
English
divine
language.
reflection. This is a microcosm
But we're
of the.
speaking about
We're a
she and he,
microcosm.
though.
We're a microcosm of the macrocosm.
Right, but we're speaking about she and he.
We're a
But
microcosm of it.
in the reality, in the phonetically, it would be.
It
he
is
or
though.
she.
So like, all of them, him is not like a problem. It's just limited. It's limited in the creator, but at the same time, there is a masculine aspect to this specific earth, to the specific creation of this earth, which is why it fits. It's geometrically. There's a reason why there's him all over the fucking Bible, bro. Because it's letting you know whatever this shit is, it's definitely limited.
So
It's
look,
letting you know that.
well, let me ask you maybe
Whatever the
let me
laws
take
you're
a
governing
step
yourself by, if you decide to follow these, it's
I think I
definitely
asked you
limited.
this, but let me make sure. So you think, are there other existences outside of this planet?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
For sure. There's
So then this
definitely
planet's
beings.
not important, then, right?
Why would it not be important? It's important because it's here.
I mean, it's important because they're all important, but at the same time, it's not because they're all not. Yeah, right?
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I get you. Yeah.
All right. So then it don't matter what's going on this planet because what's going on in that planet could be something that nothing is going on here. So we can't think from the perspective of our experiences of this planet. I don't think.
Why do you
I don't
say
think
I'm
for the-
thinking about experience on this planet?
I'm
I'm
saying
talking
you
that
are, I'm saying we
I am the planet.
Mhm.
Like I am the macrocosm. I am the microcosm of the macrocosm. Bro. Like, I'm a divine reflection of the divine. No which divine, nigga. The divine. Like
created.
nah, the OG, the nigga who created that nigga.
Okay.
Like the thing, the Big
Yeah.
Mama, nigga.
That's what
Like
I'm
you
talking
heard, like Big Mama, nigga.
about.
Like,
Big Mama.
You feel me?
Madea.
No.
yeah. That's the name, but that's one of the names of the creator. Mahdia is literally a spiritual name of the Creator, like High Key, which is probably why Tyler Perry got so much. Because that name literally is one of the names of the Creator in a certain spiritual mythology. So High Key, like, yeah, I'm that thing. Sophia, nigga, like the Amma, like Anansi, like, you feel me, like Neith, like Newt, like Tauret, like Big Mama, bro. They created this all. Like, you in the Kemetic system, you got Ptah, weaved all of the creators, but then
Ptah is Kemetic?
Newt, yeah, or Egyptian, whatever fucking term fish your boat, flows your boat. Then you got Newt, who like creative all, and then you got Neith, weaves all together. You got Tauret, which is literally the culmination of all, like, of, you know what I'm saying? So like High Key, like, it's always a feminine deity who represents that, the creation of the creation.
All right. So let me,
Because
let
she
me simplify.
is like,
So
it's not like woman. Like, I'm talking she, like the womb, nigga. We're created from that. So it's not like, oh, like womb means woman or female deity. No, we're talking like that thing that only feminine people have, nigga, is the creator of the creator, my nigga. Like
so
that
a
thing.
woman can create without the master.
Hell yeah. You think they put that shit in the book of Jesus for nothing? You think that's literal? Oh, that's some fake bullshit. Ain't no part of Genesis. That's a spiritual thing. We might not be able to see that, witness that right now because of the vibration we on due to the way we live in, you know, encaged in four-wall houses. You know what I'm saying? Eating bullshit food, microwaves, rubber soles, Timbs, Nikes. We lower our vibrations so much through the phones, the 5G, the convenience of life, airplanes, the technology, that our vibration don't match. We don't turn on that frequency. We're not on that radio station where we could tap in to actually being able to. And no scapegoat. Like, this is real shit. Like, a woman can actually.
Because if I'm not my body, none of that shit matters what I got on, right? So if
it
I am
matters.
light,
This
if
is why
I'm
spirit would get in the body and be
yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on?
But if I'm light, if I'm spiritual, if I can leave and go elsewhere, I'm not confined here. So it don't matter. None of this shit
Theoretically,
matters.
out your mouth, you could
theoretically,
say you could
literally,
leave,
literally,
but you just ate, nigga.
Literally.
You can say you could leave, but you just ate. So the fact that you keep eating is keeping you distracted from all your spiritual fucking talents. The fact that you ate, the fact that you go to work, the fact that you are tying yourself to human activity, all of that spiritual shit, distracted. So don't talk about women. Don't talk about women. Don't talk about women having children without a man because they're not vibrating on that frequency right now.
Okay. I was just asking.
But yeah, nigga, at a certain frequency,
I'm
yeah.
not
At a certain frequency, yeah.
But what I'm asking,
They don't need us.
I just like to ask
No,
the question.
let's go. It's just funny.
And we're probably talking more of an androgynous being anyway than a fucking actual just a woman.
But why even define it though? Why categorize it at all?
Yeah, we gonna talk about
That's
this
what
later.
y'all other conversation led back to.
Yeah, like some be asking like, why do things? And it's
No,
like you do
because-
things
Like,
to
'cause he was-
experience it.
Because-
you asked him questions and then you was like, well, why?
For me?
Yes. You was like, why differentiate if if it's not right or wrong? If it's not
Spiritual
this or that?
conversation.
Like, why would I need to like say that I'm interfering or you know what I mean? Like if it's not
To
good
identify,
or bad.
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Like,
Just to
but
identify.
you calling it what it is.
No, because we're talking about. For me, it seems like we'll be talking about human, and then we'll be talking about spirit. I'll say something human, and he'll say something spirit. Or I'll be talking about spirit, and he'll say something human. So to me, they're not the same. Like
But our
the spirit is
experience
one,
is
right?
reflecting.
But what I'm saying is we're still talking about two different realities. Like from that was my question. That was my point of the conversation about Abram.
Abraham.
Is because is Abraham. It's a woman, right? Abraham. Okay.
No,
So that was
her
my-
name is Esther. She's channeling Abraham.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was saying. Like Abraham or just somebody named.
It's just the spiritual entity that decided to name itself as Abraham.
Oh, okay. So for me, it's like using. If I define something, it,
If you define something, you're limited. in
if
a
I
way.
define something and then you ask me what is it, and I use the definition as my explanation, it's no
The definition would be more accurate than the title.
there's no difference. Like I'm the creator. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what I think. I'm defining it. So me explaining it is still it's a loop, right? Whether I'm wrong or right, I could pick this and be like, "Behold, a Zumaza."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh shit, Zumaza. What the fuck is Zumaza? Zumaza is this." And you're
Uh-huh.
like, "Nigga, that's a leaf."
Right.
Right? But if you have no knowledge of a leaf, and I'm telling you this is what it is, then you're under my branch, and you're gonna tell your son this is a Zumaza, and all that shit just keep growing. Those branches just keep branching
Right.
out. The reality is, for me, when we're talking about humanity and the physical, that's one. We're talking about spiritual, that's two. We're talking about religion. To me, there's no such thing as religion. To me, it don't exist.
Right.
So,
But do you think that's what I'm trying to say? Like all of the shit.
so I'm saying you can't use religion to define or explain the creation because it came after.
everything is
You know what I'm saying?
everything is valid in this motherfucking realm.
Everything is valid. Below.
Everything can be used.
Below.
Everything. As above, so below. That's the first
Well,
law.
we're talking about.
That's the first law.
We're talking about
the first law.
God.
Well, that's the second
We're
law.
talking about God, not creation. For me, I get what you're saying.
you-
But
how
for me,
you
there's a difference
differentiate
between
these
God and creation. It is, but it isn't. Just like it is light, but it's
There's a
dark.
difference between God and creation.
There's a difference between God and creation. So what I'm saying is,
God created
God
this
is,
shit to limit your ass and work for him.
creation is not
In
limited.
creation.
Creation, like you said, well, how Lucifer had the authority to do that? Because, so that says in itself, you're saying that creation can limit Lucifer, but Lucifer can't create the
Creation might not have limited Lucifer. Lucifer
didn't.
limited himself by
He didn't.
decided to create himself unlimited.
Well, I would say he limited
un-
himself.
unfinished.
He didn't limit himself because what he said,
Unfinished.
he said, I want to do something. I want to do something that we never done before.
But he was unfinished. He was an unfinished creation.
Well, he's the attribute of God.
No, he was an aspect, not an untotal aspect, an unfinished aspect of the creator, of the
Why do you
totality.
say unfinished?
He was unfinished, bro.
Why do you say that?
He wasn't full. He wasn't whole.
Why you say because he's Lucifer? No,
He was-
I'm just
he
asking
was
if
an-
if
he was-
Uriel
he
if
was an
Uriel
angle of
did
light.
it, would you still say that?
Uriel's an angle of light. These are different angles of light. They're not the whole light themselves.
They are.
So if
you wanna
Uriel would
say
have did it, we
angle,
would have still been
If you want to say
we'd have
angle,
still been incomplete in this motherfucker.
so you feel like angles
the
can't be
creator
negative?
itself, the creator of all of them angles of light, didn't create this shit right here physically.
I would
that-
beg to differ with you on that.
Okay.
Not all, but like I said, I would say Lucifer created this reality, this
Exactly.
experience.
And Lucifer was not the big homie.
He
wasn't-
definitely-
wasn't
but
warranted
he
the
is
right to-
of the big homie. That's what I'm saying, right?
He's not a
the
full.
big
He's not the
homie.
full.
It's like you're Quindell, right? Is this Quindell or is this your arm? It's an
arm.
appendage of you,
Yeah.
right? But it's you. But it's not you. It's
Right,
your
right,
arm.
right.
And that's what it is. The angles, the attributes
Right.
are of the limbs of God.
Right.
But it's
Now,
creation.
now,
Hmm?
no. The thing is,
Creation.
like, you're not gonna create the same sandwich as a nigga with two arms if you only had one.
Okay.
That's it. You're not gonna create the same things
Listen.
with one arm. You feel me?
But
Like, no, don't get it
you-
twisted. The nigga who might create something better.
Nah.
But I'm just saying.
we not talking. We
That's what I'm
talking
trying
about,
to say. Like, the
This-
nigga, if you, the creator is the whole body, Lucifer is the arm. So
Yeah.
the nigga,
But if-
Lucifer created one thing, created something without the warrant of the body, like without the permission. Like, nobody.
If
Like,
you hit that tree, did your arm hit that tree or did you hit that tree?
my arms, my hands, my fists,
See, that's what we're talking about right now.
my fist hit the tree.
You are the
But
tree.
ain't nothing
you
wrong.
You are the arm. You
Ain't no wrong.
the
ain't no
arm
wrong.
is an extension of you. Your
Right.
arm didn't hit it. You hit it.
Right.
Lucifer is not Lucifer. Lucifer is an aspect of the creation.
An aspect. That's it.
He's a. You say aspect. I meant to say. I say which is you can use it.
Whatever, an extension.
He is an attribute.
And that's
of the
it. Just an
creation.
attribute, bro. So the attribute doing creations on its own is not whole. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not whole. So when Lucifer created
bad.
this shit,
You say that's bad.
no, it's just limited. So when Lucifer created this shit, the creator of all had to go and put finisher touches on the shit because Lucifer couldn't do it. He didn't have it in him.
Why put finisher touches?
So that we could be connected to the all. So we're not
It was
like
nice to meet you.
so we're not limited. So we're not limited like Lucifer has. That's why.
I would disagree with you.
That's why
I would disagree with you.
we're a little above Lucifer.
I would disagree with you.
We're a little we're connected straight to the source.
I would definitely disagree with you.
We have the wholeness that Lucifer doesn't
I
have.
would say Lucifer is definitely above us.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. He might be, and that's what I'm saying. Some people literally
Yeah.
are giving reverence to certain spiritual entities, and it's like these niggas work through us, not.
You know
what I'm saying? We're not like.
giving him any type of credit or anything. It's just reality. It's like me saying this is brown.
Nah, it's not like you're saying. You're saying this brown is better than, or this brown is above
No.
another color. That's what you're saying. That's literally you said above, nigga, like higher, like
You said below. You said Lucifer below us.
where I said we're a little better than.
Well, I wouldn't.
We're high, we have a direct connection to the source.
And Lucifer doesn't. Is what you're saying.
It's unlimited. He's limited. We're unlimited. We're a reflection of the unlimitedness of all, which is why we sit here and say that. And Lucifer literally created this shit through limitation. Like through only all the power he had. And I'm just using your term because I'm not saying I believe Lucifer created this shit. I'm saying whatever entity created this shit, and you want to define it as Lucifer,
Right.
I'm going to define it for the sake of the conversation as Lucifer.
Okay.
So whatever created this shit didn't originally.
So my question to you is, why would you think they're not whole?
They're part of the whole, but
Meaning, like,
it's evident that they're not whole because look at the separation on this motherfucker.
because that's your perspective.
Okay.
That's perspective.
And this is why you got certain people who literally believe in religion and Christ and God, and you got certain people who've tapped into different forms of spirituality. So got certain people who Islamic, you got certain people who
Well, I'm not speaking
who's
from
Jews.
religion. I don't believe
No, but all of it is important. This is why we have these different type of doctrines, and none of them are wrong because there's a place for that. There's a place if you want to just give reverence to the creator of this shit. And there's a place for niggas who want to give reverence to the creator of the creator, who want to not even give reverence, just literally align with, just become one with, just be a part of the wholeness that created all of it. Like, period. 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 So there's a place for that, my nigga. So it's not like you wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and you wrong, or I'm wrong and you right. It's a place for all. There's a place for every perspective under this motherfucker. There's a place for every perspective under this motherfucker.
Right.
So have that and hold that shit. You feel me? Like, if that's what serves you, that's what works for you.
Is these the herbs from your tea or my tea?
Tea you gave me.
Why you open the bag? I made it as a tea
Hey,
bag.
my nigga.
Thank you.
We'll chop it up.
Yeah, because you wildin'.
Ah!
This nigga.